This is a video for those of you who need a little bit of help graphing lines. Okay, so for those of you who are expert at graphing lines, you don't need any help, then you can skip this video and just go on to the next chapter. So we have 2x plus 5y equals 8. Now every time we graph a line, we're going to use the form y equals mx plus b. Okay, it's a much easier form to write, to graph off of. So we're just going to solve this equation for y on one side. So we're isolating y by itself and we get everything onto the other side. So we end up dividing both things by 5 to get negative 2/5 x plus 8/5. Okay, so I'm going to kind of write my units. All of these little lines are going to be fifths. Okay, so that's 1/5 right there. So I look at 8/5. Now that's my b value. Remember, that's my y-intercept. So basically, I'm just going to go to 8/5 on my y-axis and draw a dot there. That is the first point of my line. Now I'm going to use negative 2/5, my slope, to graph the second line. Now I'm going to start from that first point that I drew. Then I see that the rise is negative 2, so I'm going to go 2 down, and the run is 5, so I'm going to go 5 over and draw my second dot. How many dots do you need to graph a line? Only 2. As you'll see, I just kind of draw over that paper and draw my straight line. And I'm done. We'll do another example here. So we have 2y plus 4x is equal to 8. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to get it into the form of y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to isolate y by first subtracting 4x from both sides. Then I divide everything by 2. And you'll notice that 2 not only, it has to divide both of the added terms there by 2. So I end up with negative 2x plus 4. So remember that the very first thing I do is I plot my y-intercept, which is my b value, that's 4. So I go 4 up on the y-axis and I draw a dot there. That's the first point of my line. I use the slope, which is negative 2, so that's 2 down and over 1, and I'm actually going to draw 3 points here. I just keep going 2 down, over 1, 2 down, over 1, 2 down, over 1. So the first step to graphing a line is to always draw the y-intercept first. Okay, so that's your first point. And then the second point is you use the slope to draw a second point, right? So you use the rise over run, starting from the first point that you've drawn, and draw the second point. Moving on to a third example. This one I'm already going to put in the form of y equals mx plus b. So we have 3/2 x minus 3. Okay, so b is 3, so we look at that 3 there. But we realize that there's actually a negative in front of it. Okay, so we know that the standard form for the line is y equals mx plus b, right? So anytime we see like minus 3 or something like that, then I know I'm going to go 3 down on the y-axis, right, to negative 3. And then we have 3/2, so rise over run. So I go up 3 and then over 2. And there I have it, my final line. I hope you guys enjoy your homework. Have a great day.